We want to welcome you to the Louisiana All-American Sports Game of the Week. The McKinley High Panthers hosting the St. Amant Gators tonight. We just had tip-off, and McKinley wins the tip-off.
And let's see what the call is. Looks like it was swatted out of bounds.
I think it was a clock issue, and he wanted a reset of the clock. So McKinley gets the ball, takes the ball out. Samuel Sanders has the ball at the top of the key.
And looks like Daniels is trying to get open. Fires it all the way across.
This is the exact call as the last time. Gets the ball off to Brown, and the referee calls a charge. And it's hard to defend that call because it's not like in a college, Eric, where you have a restrictor circle inside where now these guys can. There's a steal. And one. Looks like it's going to be and one right there. We just saw that guy. I noticed him playing in the JV game. I can't call his name right now. He wasn't on our roster. He's number one. I think he's a freshman or a sophomore, but I've watched him last game. The guy has really good ball handling skills, and he's fearless.
Last name is Hill.
Jay Hill. Well, number one is Jay Hill. Oh, good pass right there. The ball almost went out of bounds, but McKinley was able to recover it, get the ball into Shannon Brown for another two, and that takes the score up to 13-8. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. McKinley's playing really tough defense, and Julian takes his turnaround jumper and misses it. McKinley gets the rebound, gets it out to Kyle again. He goes up for another three, and he misses it. Kristoff comes off with the rebound.
Crandall Kristoff has been really, really been imposing his will a little bit down low. I've noticed that he's really been getting up. He must have most of the rebounds for the St. Amant Gators team. And boy, I heard that thud. I'm sure at home you could hear that thud too. That was brutal.
Man, that was didn't sound too good. They actually call it a block on this end. Now that's 2 times I noticed on this end that one official called 2 blocks on this end. And on this end, the other official called 2 charges. So that just goes to show you how difficult it is to be able to.
You got to have your eyes peeled and on the action every second. And
it's all about the perspective of the ref. Some refs, if you stand there, if you lean just a little bit, they'll automatically call it a charge. And some don't. They give that guy a round of applause.
And that's, who is that? The block, it looks like Samuel. Is that Samuel Sanders?
I think that's Samuel.
Yes, it is. That is Samuel Sanders. You are correct, sir. So, you say something all the time about young people and those bodies being able to come back quickly. And I just look at those gigantic thuds and just imagine how they'd still be scraping me up off the floor right now.
Right. Exactly.
Sanders is now kind of walking it off. He looks like he'll be all right. And what can I say? It's good to be young.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be fine. Forever young.
13-8, and that's going to send Courtney Julian to the line to put up a couple of foul shots. That first one is up and good. 13-9, St. Amant cutting into the McKinley lead as it is now a 4-point lead. And that second one rolls in, 13-10. We have a one-possession game here. So with the basketball now, that's Brown. He's going to kick it out to Hill. Hill rotates it over. They're going to kick it right back to Hill, kicks it out to Brown. Brown over in the corner. That's Hunter. Oh, nice pass. He finds the big man, Keon Smart. It's no good. Rebound, St. Amant. I like the way they drew it up. They just didn't finish it off. And going up with a little dipsy-do, no good. Rebound by Kristoff. Kristoff is fouled by big old Keon Smart, and that's going to send him to the line to shoot 2 as they're going to call the lock.
Yeah, right there, Keon Smart had a little chippy down there, and he got a little excited, and he blew the layup. And on the other end, Kristoff came down, great determination, and drew another foul. They've been getting a lot of foul calls here. They got 8 already in the first quarter alone.
There have been a lot of fouls, my goodness. And I don't know that Keon Smart saw the ball coming to him down low. 8 fouls against McKinley. 5 for St. Amant. We're still in the first period. This is going to be a physical ball game if this keeps up. Keon Smart Peter rolls the Darrell Smiley.
And he couldn't corral a rebound that time. It looks like the ball was going to McKinley's way, but referee called it again for St. Amant. So St. Amant going to get the ball. Taking him a second to get the ball inbounds, and there's a turnover from the steal. Brown has it on the breakaway. Oh! Bring the house down with the tomahawk jam.
And St. Amant wisely calls a timeout as the momentum is completely swung in McKinley's way with the steal, and that take by Keon Brown from the rooter to the tutor on the assist from Donald Hunter on the inbounds pass.
Great play right there. Great defense once again. That's what's been keeping McKinley up. Is they've been their defense. They've been getting a lot of turnovers and breakaway points, and a couple of easy baskets on the free throw on the free throw line. There's been a lot of fouls here in the first quarter, but hey, let's enjoy the band.
Well, I gotta tell you. We might be in for a show tonight. McKinley up 15-10 on St. Amant. Still in the first period, a lot of points being scored in this first quarter. Not what you normally expect to see at a McKinley High basketball game. Total of 25 points so far for both teams. With the basketball is Julian. Julian being trapped as McKinley's extended their defense. They caught him slipping there. Bounce pass down low. They're going to kick it out. Julian wide open, completely uncontested, all net, no rim.
And that's exactly my point, Eric. Why break something that why try to improve on something? There he goes again with another chip in. He missed that.
If it ain't broke.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, then why fix it? To me, he tried to come out now and do a full court press, and he gave him wide open shots to get these guys back into the game. Just play man-on-man defense like you started out the game, and you've been getting good results. But now when you play the helter-skelter against this type of team, you give them easy baskets.
Yeah, Joke, I didn't quite get that. It just seemed like it was a little hyper-aggressive. Maybe they were trying to get a foot on the throat of the Gators early, but that backfired. Now it's a two-point game. There goes Fain. Fain kicks it down low to Smiley. Smiley goes up. There's a whistle, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Not sure who it was against.
It's like that was
Christoph.
That's on Christoph again, and he pushed off on Brown to try to get the offensive rebound. And that's what this guy Brown does.
Hey, if I'm going up against Brown, that might be the only way I could get the offensive rebounds to push him off. Maybe you won't get caught.
Yeah. Man, a hell of a matchup. These two guys are going at it so far in the first quarter, and this was the matchup that I was going to be on the lookout for, and so far it's panning out to be that way.
So here we go. One possession game, 13-15, 109. That's not correct on your screen at home. It's 109 to go, not 104. Brown inbounds the basketball to Julian. Here comes Julian. Looks like St. Amant is going to be in a 2-3 zone. With the ball is Hunter. Hunter looking, kicks it over, and Hunter's going to go with the ball fake. And he's forced to kick it back down low. It's swatted. And good effort defensively by Courtney Julian, but he could not corral the ball. And McKinley will retain possession with 51 seconds to go in the first quarter.
What McKinley is trying to do right now, McKinley is trying to go inside. They see they have advantage on the inside, so they're trying to push the ball on the inside with Brown and with Keon Smart, which is a good strategy, I think.
So now with the ball is Samuel Sanders. And Sanders, nice pass over to Donald Hunter. Hunter from about 17 feet in the wing, no good. Keon Smart went up. There's a whistle. They're going to call a block against Courtney Julian. That's going to send big Keon Smart to the line to shoot two.
I like what Coach is doing right now. I like using Keon Smart. I stated when we covered him earlier, they should use that big body a whole lot. He still needs to work a little bit on his offensive moves. Hey, made that free throw. It looked pretty good. But he has such a big body, and he's actually a good athlete. We've covered him on Louisiana American Sports on the football side of it.
Oh, yeah, he protects that blind side. He'll be going, if I remember correctly, he'll be going to Tulane University next year. So he's got some athletic. He's a fine athlete. And I'm glad to see him getting playing time tonight. He got very little playing time in the last game, maybe 5 minutes. With the ball now off the steal is Hunter. Hunter kicks it out to Sanders. Nice pass. Now, I'll give Samuel Sanders credit. He was going a little too fast, lost control of his body. He almost only counts in horseshoes and hands. Oh, he did. He ricocheted off of a defender, and so McKinley will retain possession of the ball. Yeah,
he kind of lost a little bit of control of himself, but he was able to get lucky that time and still retain possession. So now he has the ball. Looks at the coach and see what plays he want to run.
Final play of the first quarter. Sanders trying to extend this McKinley lead possibly to a 3-possession game. And here goes Sanders. Steps up. He's got 2 seconds. They need to shoot it now. Hunter from way down. Oh, boy. Hunter had a clean look. It looks like he just maybe released it a little awkwardly. That's neither here nor there. The end of the first period, the score. The McKinley Panthers 17, the Santa Maria Gators 13. You're watching McKinley Panthers basketball on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com.
Very exciting first quarter right there. We had a lot of foul calls. That first quarter was 8 by McKinley and 7 by Santa Maria. It was 15 foul calls. We had a lot of points, though, scored, too, a few three-pointers. Great game so far. Great tight game so far. And both teams are really showing a big effort. McKinley is doing it with their defense. And Santa Maria is doing it by attacking the goal and going to the free throw line. That's pretty much the controversial call right there, but
I actually think the ref got it right. I think Smart kind of leaned in just a little bit.
I agree.
But I'm really impressed by the pace of this game so far. McKinley is in a sprint, and they're ahead, and that's not typical of McKinley basketball.
Exactly. They're usually not really an offensive team, but they're actually scoring a lot of points tonight, and they're actually setting the pace and setting the tone of the game.
That's really different. It's refreshing to see. I guess Coach Dotson saw something different, or maybe something in the film he thought he could exploit with this Santa Maria team, but it's working so far.
Yes, indeed. It is working. And kudos to Coach Dotson. That just shows that his team has responded to what he's telling them and teaching them. So that's always a good thing. And another steal right there. Santa Maria steals the ball by Travis Cole. Cole gets the ball over to Nick Griffin. Nick Griffin gets it back to Cole. Cole at the top of the key. He shakes and bakes. And Santa Maria takes a three-pointer and nails it right there. That was Nick Fan with the three-point. Great shot right there. Now it's a tie score 17-17, and we come right back with Keon Smart with the little chippy and gives the Panthers the lead again. Santa Maria gets the ball across half court. They're trying to swing the ball around, and they scrap for the ball. Good hustle right there by McKinley. And they create the turnover once again. The defense is doing the job so far for the Panthers. And the coach is loving it. So McKinley gets the ball. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Brown swings the ball over to Donald Hunter. Hunter dribbles. Gets the ball to Sanders. Sanders looks down in the middle. Brown gets it. Swings it to the wing. Swings it back up to Donald Hunter. Hunter surveys the field. And he gets the ball to Keon Smart down low. And misses another chip. Here comes the rebound. Takes the ball all the way coast to coast. Real aggressive. And turns it over. And that has to be a foul right there. It looks like it's going to be on number 52. Darrell Siley. And here comes Kristoff back in the game. He couldn't afford to stay out that long. He has 2 fouls, so he has to be careful right here for picking up his third.
I mean, Kristoff, that is their post presence on both sides of the floor. So he cannot afford to just start, racking up a tab too early in the game. Certainly not with 6.5 minutes to go in the half.
Exactly. And plus, when they see Keon Smart, he's constantly getting positioned down low, but he's just not converting. Sooner or later, he's going to start converting those. So he had to bring in Kristoff off the bench to try to stop Keon Smart a little bit from getting that position down there.
I mean, we saw him get one. Oh, he had a nice open look at the bucket. We saw Smart get one on the pass down low in the paint. But we know that's, I'm not going to call it a 50-50 proposition, but it's not a sure thing. It's not like shooting fish in a barrel.
No, that's right. And Keon Smart right there putting his weight on, literally. He's pretty much, it's like a baby Shaq down there.
He's just
a big baby.
He's just throwing him around down there.
You didn't see where Kristoff had his foot caught up under him.
I heard the reaction of the crowd.
Yeah.
I saw
he was like, yeah, get up off me, There's a big boy right there.
Yeah, you gotta take a deep breath before stepping in the square with that young fella.
Exactly. And as long as he stay out of foul trouble, I would use him. I would use that weight.
So I'm wondering, I really am curious, and I guess I'll ask Coach this after the game, but I really am wondering what he saw different to justify using Keon Smart for all this time in this game, whereas he was used very sparingly in the Catholic High game just a couple of weeks ago.
Well, I think one reason is because Nick Wiggins is out, and that's one of their main post presence down low. I don't even see him on the bench. He didn't start the game. And so I think he's going to use more body. But actually this shows him that he can use that, maybe use them together or use all three of these guys. And look, Brown back.
Oh! Poor job in transition defense by Sandoval, but poor job of the Panthers of capitalizing on an absent-minded mistake. Meanwhile, Julian, nice look at the three-point shot, but it's no good. Rebounded by Hunter. Hunter takes it across the timeline. Scores 21-19. It is a two-point game. McKinley trying to extend the lead. Keon Brown, nice move under the basket. Nice move under the basket. Puts it in and good. 23-19.
Another great move. And there they go on the run again.
This pace is furious, Piper. Keon Brown, the turnaround, and it's going to go up. And there should be a foul against the Gators. We'll wait for the call.
And now the Panthers are really taking it to them. They're going down inside every single time right now. They're not even taking the perimeter shot there. And I think coaches is emphasizing that. And they're doing it, and it's working for them. And
really the only thing that stopped the Panthers down low have been themselves in the second quarter. In other words, by missing their own shots. Sandoval has not had an answer for the Panthers as Keon Brown nails that foul shot, and that extends the lead to 5, 24-19.
And this is when McKinley has a lead like this and be able to push the lead, it's almost more than actually what the lead is because their defense is so good. So it's not easy just to come back on them, you know?
Exactly. It's harder to pick up those possessions that you need to close the gap. And right now McKinley is beginning to take control of this basketball game. Still a very close game, very competitive, but they are dictating the ebb and flow, and they're dictating it with fast ball movement. Really refreshing to see. And there's a shot wide open. Nick Griffin, good. So that cuts it down to a one-possession game again.
And they needed that real bad right there because the game was starting to get loose from him. Here comes McKinley right back with a three-pointer. He missed it. And they reversed the call. One ref said it was McKinley's ball. The other one overruled him. So the ball will go to Sandoval. Scores 25-22 with 4 minutes and 23 seconds left in the second quarter. Julian takes the ball, brings the ball up. He's guarded by Samuel Sanders. Closely guarded. He takes it all the way.
Great job by Kristoff. Good heads-up play. Watching and then a terrible, terrible inbounds pass by Smart. But now Julian is in a one-on-two situation. Shoots it from the left elbow. No good. That's a wasted possession.
Wasted possession. He should have pulled the ball up, waited for his teammates, and, hey, he just rushed that one.
But I guess, that's the problem with youth, is it's wasted on the young. He tried to be a hero. That one didn't work out so well. Sanders rotates it around to Keon Brown. We'll update the score at the next whistle. Russell Daniels with the basketball. He's going to rotate it to Sanders. Steps up into the wing. Feeds to Smart down low with a hook shot. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up and good. Keon Smart. It's almost like he was trying to pass it to himself off the glass.
Almost, hey. And when he's spent, you see the guy on the ground pretty much. Because he's, if not 300, he's right at 300 pounds.
Looked like he was trying to roll out of Keon Smart's way. With the basketball is Cole. Cole kicks it over to Nick Griffin. Boy, Griffin got almost left his pivot foot early. Griffin gets it to Julian. Julian struggling. Russell Daniels, good defensive pressure. Now he's going to kick it out to Thane, and Thane loses control. Looks like they're saying that McKinley swatted it out of bounds first, though, so it will remain Sandoval Gators basketball.
Well, he actually called a foul right there.
That is okay. So that puts them in the double bonus. That'll be 2 shots for Nick Thane. And I love watching the gamemanship between coaches and officials. As Coach Dotson saying, hey, let them play the game. Look at all these fouls you're called. And the officials are saying, well, they're fouling.
Well, I mean, pretty much. Well, I think it goes by with how the referee calls it. Because every game they're going to foul. So it just depends on how the flow, what are they going to allow and what are they not going to allow. So I think that every game, everybody's hustling and fouling. It's just about how can you know what I mean, call it even on both ends. I really don't have a problem with the calls that they've been making, to tell you the truth.
Balanced, it looks like.
It's been balanced on both sides, 10 fouls. You know, hey, if you're going to do it that way, I wouldn't mind. Just keep it consistent on both sides.
Well, a couple of things are different. One, it's been, I'd say, if I'm going to rate the physicality on a scale of 1 to 10, with 5 being average, I'd say it's a 6 or 7. Not brutal, but it's a little more than usual. Yeah. And the pace is very rapid. So you take an unusually rapid pace for a team like McKinley, and you add above average physicality, you're going to get more fouls called, and they're piling up quickly.
Exactly, and Santa Maria still, no matter how poorly they played, and they haven't played that poorly, they're still in the game. And it's been the free throws.
They're about to tie it up as Julian goes to the bucket, and does he get the shooter's roll? No roll, and in fact, no call. That's a turnover as McKinley gets the ball. That's a foul. They're going to call an offensive foul on Courtney Julian, and McKinley gets the ball back.
And just like we just said, they call it consistent on both sides. They call that call on the other side. So, hey, I don't mind.
Yeah, I think Coach Cassio from Catholic High, if he's watching, would have a difference of opinion. At the end of the game, I remember him telling the refs that they didn't have a single foul shot until the final minute of the game in that. So, different strokes for different folks, different perceptions. The coaches, look, they're always going to feel like they're getting fouled too much or getting too many calls against them. That's just the nature of the beast.
That's just the nature of the beast. Now, I think that was another foul by Keon Smart. Wasn't a smart foul, even though his name is Smart. He got to play a little bit better than that. You can't get every rebound. And you're more effective on the court than you are off the court. And so you just got to keep it cool here.
I'm sorry, my bad. Nick Griffin, he's shown he can shoot from downtown, which means he's probably a good free throw shooter. With them being in the double bonus, you do not want to just walk him down the court with the clock stopped, give him free trips to the foul line, and now the score is tied up.
And that's what kept them in the game. The free throws had kept Santa Maria in this game. McKinley had controlled the pace. It was getting all the low points. It was getting the 50-50 hustle ball, the turnovers. But the foul calling is what keeping Santa Maria in this game.
From downtown, Kyle Woods. Beautiful shot. All net, no rim, and McKinley goes back up by 3. And let's see what the call is. Delay of game warning. So they're calling a delay of game or giving a delay of game warning against McKinley. I think the second time is a tech. So apparently what happened was the Panthers, after the shot, picked the ball up and tried to hand it over, and the official said you cannot do that. So I guess that's on the playground, no big deal, but hey, in basketball, rules are rules.
Yeah, Santa Maria has the ball, 30-27. It's a minute and 40 seconds left in the first half. I want to see how they close this first half. This is a crucial time right here. You always want to try to end strong in the end of a quarter. And Julian takes the ball one-on-one and goes down, passes it back out. But that was a travel right there by Cole. Another turnover.
Took an extra step. That's a silly violation. You've got to think before you get that basketball. You just can't shuffle your feet. We've seen a lot of teams really all year shoot themselves in the foot, pun intended, with that type of violation, shuffling the feet too early after receiving the ball and then costing your team possession. Meanwhile, from downtown, that shot is no good. Slapped up in the air, rebound by Hunter. Hunter kicks it out to Woods. Woods over to Hunter. Hunter from downtown. Oh, rattles off the back of the iron, no good. It's rebounded by number 52, Darrell Smiley. And here come the Gators.
And here come the Gators. And I thought that wasn't a good shot right there. I thought they've been getting the ball inside. Why not get it back to Brown once again?
And Smiley is now frowning as he's rejected. It is, although Julian's right there to stay with it. There's a shot from Cole downtown. All net, no rim. Travis Cole with the assist from Courtney Julian. And we're tied up again at 30. And
that was what you call a second chance point right there. And that's what's been keeping Santa Maria in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great rejection as Smiley was sent back with a frown. It was more like a frowny after he was rejected by 3 players. But, Johnny on the spot was Julian. It's great to block it, but you got to get possession of the ball back.
That's what I was going to say. Don't block it and just look like, because they had a chance to block it and get the ball, but it's like all of them were so impressed with the block.
Right.
And they let the offensive guy just get the ball back and wide open 3.
You only made half of the highlight reel there.
Right. So here we go. 6 seconds left.
Hunter from downtown. Good! And the McKinley Panthers will go in at halftime with the score. The McKinley Panthers the McKinley Panthers 33 and the Santa Maria Gators 30. You're watching McKinley Panthers basketball on Louisiana All-AmericanSports.com. Piper, that was a unusually fast and furious first half. There's a lot of F's there, a lot of alliteration. Fast and furious first half by the Santa Maria Gators and McKinley Panthers.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought the game was a very good game. It was a tale of two different ways, styles of play. On the one hand, McKinley used a lot of defense. They got points off a turnover. They was able to create and be able to make a couple of three-point shots, something that we haven't seen lately. Santa Maria, on the other hand, I thought was going to be the favorite coming to this game. They got the better record. They only lost once in district play, but they the ones that came in a little bit like a step behind. Like McKinley came out, rushed them kind of, you know what I mean, hit them. But on the other hand, the aggressiveness of the defense also caused a lot of fouls, which gave Santa Maria a few, free points, and that kind of kept them in the game.
You know, it was almost like McKinley went from what I've seen almost every time I've covered this team is a kind of very deliberate kind of lockout defense, almost playing Need for Speed. And it's done a couple of things it hasn't able to, with that three-point shot falling the way it had, with their players making an unusually high number of shots from the perimeter for this team. It's given them a lot of points, but as you point out, the fouls have given Santa Maria some chances to tack on free throws, and they seem to be a very fundamentally sound team as far as making their free throws and not turning the ball over very much. And that's what we have here, a very close game, a relatively high-scoring matchup, 63 total points at the end of the first half.
Yeah, now I'm anxious to see what adjustment that they make coming out to the second half, because the game is still up for grabs. What will McKinley do? Will they go back inside again? Can Keon Smart stay out of trouble? He was a big factor in his half. He missed a couple of chippies under the goal, but just his presence down there, did a lot for McKinley.
Well, if I'm Coach Uzi, Travis Uzi of the Santa Maria Gators, all these coaches look at their film, and he's got to probably be wondering, who are these guys looking like he didn't know what hit him, because I've never seen McKinley run this fast in the 2.5, 3 years I've been watching this team. This is really different, and it's working.
Yeah, and it's working, and so maybe and I see the effort that's going. So it's been a great half so far. Great game, man. So glad to be here, and now we can enjoy these ladies and see what they got going on here for the halftime.
So we'll be back in another 7 minutes. Don't y'all go anywhere on Louisiana All-AmericanSports.com. Just in, if you've been tuning into this game from home, I've just received word from one of the young men in the stands. The LSU Tigers have lost to the Kentucky Wildcats. Final score 71-69. So LSU put up a fight, but it wasn't good enough, and Kentucky remains undefeated.
Yeah.
I didn't plan. He gets mad and quit. Go figure. Go figure, man. Whatever you
Joker, how do you like that for halftime entertainment?
Hey, this is the most entertaining I've been in a long time since high school football. You know, hey, we got the band in here. We had the almost like an NBA game. We had to come out in the half court and dance for us, you know. And just the energy, just the school spirit is what's so enlightening, man, and what's so much fun.
And that's an environment you only get with high school athletics, maybe really small colleges.
Right, exactly. And here we go. We're getting ready for the third quarter here. Here we go. Be sure to tune in to us on Saturdays at 96.9 FM at 11 o'clock in the morning for Louisiana All-American Sports Show. Featuring Nick Hatfield, Perry Daines, Professor T. Johnson, and yours truly, Gerard Piper. The start of the third quarter here, and McKinley comes out with the ball with the possession first. They get the ball down to Keon on the low post. He gets the ball and doesn't seem to be able to handle it. And
Keon Smart, I'm sorry to interrupt. He's got to just kind of take that deep breath and work on finishing those shots. He had position. He just had to, it's like he got excited and rushed his shot.
Exactly. No one is bigger than him out there, so he can actually get his shot when he wants to. If he just takes his time.
He can take his sweet time. Because nobody's going to stop him.
Exactly.
I mean, it's kind of like that old joke. You remember Ben Johnson, a long time ago, Canadian track runner, got busted for steroids, but he set a world record. And some kid kicked his car, and apparently got like a citation from the police. He got into an altercation with him. And I'm thinking to myself, if you're that kid and you kick this man's car, and this big world track record, gigantic steroid-infested angry monster gets out the car, what are you going to do, run?
Right.
Same thing with Keon Smart. What are you going to do, block him?
Right.
Really? Knock him over? No.
That's like, you remember, was it Mr. Blood Green fought Tyson?
Yeah, Blood Green. Right. I'll give him credit for courage or stupidity, one or the other. And he's got to slow down with that. That's the thing. And no one's going to, because nobody, at least nobody on this floor, is going to block Keon Smart's shot. Nobody's going to overwhelm him physically. And if they do, if they go too far, they're going to send him to the foul line. So he's just got a deep breath, take his time, relax, and put that ball in the hole.
And that's it. And I think not right now, the second half, McKinley's trying to come out and do the same thing they did in the first half. Get the ball down low. We've seen the ball go down low to either Brown or Keon Smart. Twice now. They called an offensive foul on Brown, which I didn't think was an offensive foul. He cleared the guy out. And
terrible shot.
Terrible shot right there.
Picked up. Here comes Kyle Woods. They're trying to go in a fast break transition from the rooter to the tutor. Kyle Woods, what a play. picked it up on defense, picked up the rebound, and just took it all the way in transition. Great play by Kyle Woods.
One thing I noticed about Kyle Woods, the guy seems to be always in control of himself. He doesn't work himself. He doesn't go too fast or he doesn't go too slow, and he's very poised.
He does have great ball control, Piper. I noticed that just on that fast break play.
And even the 2 3-pointers, he wasn't scared. He's not really the main focus on his team, but he took it upon himself to take those 2 big threes, hit them, takes the ball to the hole. Playing a good game.
He seems to have good basketball awareness. You know what I mean?
Good basketball IQ.
And there's a pass over to Travis Cole. Cole being guarded closely by Samuel Sanders. It's 35-32. With the basketball now is Kristoff. Kristoff to Smiley. Smiley over to, I believe that's Cole, and he gets stopped in his tracks along the baseline. And I didn't even see the McKinley defender. I think they're saying Delpit swatted out of bounds. That must have been awful close. It looked like he barely touched it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Oh, and looks like it's going to be an and one right there.
I was corrected there. No, that was okay. Never mind. I got it. So I'm being corrected by the scorers table, and young people are a little quicker on the draw. Got better eyes than I got. So I definitely appreciate all the input I can get, but just a little correction on the defense there. With the basketball at the line is Courtney Julian with 5:36 to go, and the Gators trailing strike that. It's now tied up at 35.
And here, and St. Amant comes out the second half. They're actually taking the ball to the hole, too. So it looks like they have a concerted effort to crank up their defense and get the ball down low also.
Keon Smart wasn't ready for it, but he recovers. Kicks it out to Samuel Sanders. And Pappy Slappy rejected by Kristoff. There's a 1-2 step by Woods. Passes over to Brown off the glass and good. Keon Brown with a heads-up play on the assist from who kicked that in? Was it Woods?
Woods.
Yeah. Great play by the McKinley Panthers on there. Good heads-up play. Great play down low.
We just talked about Woods with their basketball IQ. They went down on the inside and got the ball rejected. Got the ball back out of Kyle Woods. He took his time. He faked, and he saw that Brown was open on the wing, so he was able to draw the defender, take it into the lane, draw the defender, and without taking a charge, get the ball to Sheldon Brown for the easy layup. So great play right there. Great heads-up play.
I will be sure to ask, and you'll be able to hear this on the Louisiana All-American Sports Show this Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on 96.9 FM WHYR in Baton Rouge or at WHYR.org. But I'm going to ask Coach Dotson what he's doing differently. This is a completely different look. Since the last time we saw this team on January the 27th, when I was still in my 30s, for me it was a different decade. Anyway, but this team has changed its attacking philosophy completely for this district opponent. So I don't know what they saw in film session or what they've worked on in practice, but they look like they've been doing. They look comfortable with this new pace. Oh, beautiful play! Kyle Woods to Keon Smart. That's how you got to execute that play inside. Kyle Woods is really helping his team take over this game. Now McKinley's extended the defense. It is full court. And there goes Cole. He tries to split 2 defenders. That's probably going to be a foul. And that's the correct call. I believe it's on Brown. They're going to call it on Sanders, but it was definitely a McKinley foul the gate came down on him while in motion trying to split the defenders.
You touched on something this time, Eric. We got information at halftime that I had asked about Nicholas Wiggins, and he's no longer on the team for disciplinary reasons or for whatever reasons. And he was their starter down there. Keon Smart wasn't able to play, but now it seems like with him gone and with inserting Keon Smart into it and the other guys getting a little bit more playing time, that they maybe have a little bit, they're a different dynamic of a team now.
They are really taking advantage. It's like they're using Keon Smart's size to free everyone else to go running. And now it's like, as I said, I've always said, I've noticed that McKinley's just been a lockout perimeter defense. Well, now I think they got the big guy down low where you can step inside, but you better finish it. Otherwise, because you're not getting under the goal. And I think it's freed McKinley up to move around more defensively and also be more aggressive in transition, at least based on what I'm seeing this evening.
Exactly. And they can swing the ball around. And like you said, that big body makes such a big difference. I think Coach is starting to notice that now. He doesn't really need that many points. Oh, great shot right there by Brown.
Who put that in?
That was Brown put that in.
Nice shot off. That was a good move. Good vision he had on the goal there. So it's now 41-37. We'll correct your screen at home in just a moment. as it is a 4-point game. With the basketball now, here come the Gators. That's Kristoff from downtown. Oh, net, no rim. He had a beautiful look at that goal.
He had a beautiful look, but here comes McKinley once again pushing the pace.
Hunter, good recovery along the sideline to Woods. Woods to Samuel Sanders, and good. Samuel Sanders from the left wing on the assist from Kyle Woods. Kyle Woods is really very quietly helping this team.
And I think this is the place. Oh, another great 3-point play right there, again by Julian.
Not the best foul either. I believe it's going to be called against Keon Smart. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Let some of them go.
Exactly. Not a smart call right there. And now our coach is riding the referee. He wants consistent calls on both ends. And he's politicking right now. Julian goes up for the 3-point play and makes the free throw. Now the score is tied 43-43. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Sander brings the ball across the half court.
I mean, coaches politicking is some of the best part of basketball at every level, and you get to see it right here on the floor at the high school level. You better believe. I mean, they know they're not going to go into the instant replay booth and overturn the decisions, but he's politicking for that next call. And Kyle Woods with the rock. Under 3 minutes to go. Woods, that's an awkward off-balance shot. No good. Rebound by Brown. Brown, excellent move. That's a really good move. Brown with the ball fake, and then he went up and under. He had a clear path to the basket, and really Kristoff had no choice but to hack him. That's going to send Brown to the line to shoot 2. Those fouls are piling up.
Exactly, and there's another foul on Kristoff. That's actually their first foul in the second half, and McKinley has 5 fouls already. So I can understand why our coach is on the ref a little bit. Those fouls, just like the first half, it is what keeping Sandomar in the game. McKinley is dominating the board. McKinley is dominating the offensive end. They have more blocks. I'm sure they have more rebounds. But the foul calls are what keeping Sandomar in this game.
And what happens after Coach gives him a piece of his mind? Voila, there's a foul. Well, that was a pretty obvious one. I think the refs have called a good game. This is just fast and physical. And you're going to rack up a lot of fouls. And I'm sure Sandomar will make it up on their end very shortly. That second shot is good by Brown. He makes both buckets, and McKinley again with a 2-point lead. Sandomar is like a pest there, not going away.
And exactly, and that foul, they had to bring Kristoff out of the game once again.
That might be 4 for Kristoff. I don't know how many Kristoff has. We'll find out. And that nice play by Travis Cole up and in. And we're tied again at 45.
Well, Keon Smart, he knows he can't foul anymore. So he didn't even contest that shot, which was a good play. They need him in the game.
I think, Smart's got to be at least have 3 by now, too. So they got to be careful there. Brown with the basketball. Kicks it over to Sanders. Sanders rotates, goes into the paint. No, beautiful pass from Samuel Sanders to Keon Smart. And the McKinley Panthers are back on top again, 47-45.
And that's the play you want to use right there. That play is open all night long. They can't move him with his body, so the inside play is what's killing them right now.
There have been a lot of lead changes in this game. A fantastic high school basketball game. McKinley gets the ball back as Sandomar lost control, and there's a turnover.
If they can just cut down on the fouls, I think they can pull away with this game. But it's 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. McKinley is up by 2 points. It's 47-45 as Sander brings the ball across the half-court line and surveys. Gives the ball to Brown at the top of the key. Brown swings it over to Kyle. Kyle shoots the 3. And Keon. Oh, it's Smart. And those things are starting to smile. They're starting to fall now.
And Coach Uzi's saying, he pushed him. He's lobbying for that call. They're both getting the officials' ears. They'll be tired of both these guys by the end of the night. One note, the scorekeeper informed me that Keon Smart has got 4 personals, so he can't afford to get 2, even look like he's fouling anybody under the bucket. Meanwhile, Crandall Kristoff has got 3 personal fouls, so they got to be really careful down the stretch here. Meanwhile, with the basketball, McKinley has a 4-point lead. They're trying to extend this lead here. And with the ball now, there goes the count off. And there's Sanders. He's going to pass it out to Woods. Woods puts it on the ground. He's being guarded by Julian. Bottles him up. Back to Sanders. Sanders across court to Hunter. Donald Hunter looking. And he's being guarded by Fain. And now he's going to go to his right. Goes between his legs. Fain all on him. He was not fooled by the fancy, flashy dribble. Brown with the ball. And Fain reaches in. That could have cost him. He could have attacked, but he didn't. 19 seconds left. Looks like the Panthers are playing for the final shot of the period. Here comes the trap, and there goes Hunter. Hunter to Smart. Smart way out to Woods. Woods to Sanders. Sanders steps up in the paint as a wide-open Keon Smart off the glass and good. Keon Smart on the assist from Samuel Sanders. 2 seconds, 1 second. It's no good. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. The McKinley Panthers 51. The Santa Maria Gators 45. You're watching McKinley Panthers basketball on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com.
Yeah, boy. And what a way to end the third quarter with the same way they opened the third quarter with Keon Smart. And now in the third quarter, as the team started to wear down a little bit, and he was missing those chippies in the first and second quarter, now he's more relaxed. He's taking his time, and he sees that he don't have to rush, and, he can take his time.
The guards from McKinley, also Sanders and Woods, are doing an excellent job of finding him open under the goal.
Exactly. They're drawing the defenders to them, which leaving him open every time. If I was a defender, why would you leave him open every time? But it's just an instinctual thing. When you see a guard coming into the lane, you instinctively go to him and leave your man, and bam, you can't draw it up better on the chalkboard.
And what's different is that this McKinley team is moving that ball so quickly, they're kind of pulling those defenders who are normally under the goal away, and it's helping Smart get open. Smart's just got to be careful, though. He has no fouls left to give, so they're going to have to ride that Smart train as far as they can because as physical he's been, it's a good chance he might foul out before the end of the game.
Yeah, and you hit it right on the head, man. These guys are playing so much smarter than when we covered them before. These guys are, playing doing pick and rolls. See, he had to let him go that time. Keon Smart couldn't foul. He had to let Julian go all the way to the hole. He has 4 fouls. They really need him this fourth quarter. So it's 7 minutes and 40 seconds, start of the fourth. The score is 51-47. McKinley's up by 2. And here we go. Kyle, once again, shoots the three-pointer. He misses it. Santa Maria gets the rebound. Here comes Julian. Oh! Referee's pretty animated. Close call right there.
Coach Dotson needs to be careful because the ref with the gray hair, they've been jack-jawing, and you know what? As I always say, in the world of Panthers and Gators, the Zebras have final say. And he's going to start getting a little liberal with his whistle if Coach Dotson keeps getting in his ear.
And there's a call.
That's a
offensive call, makeup call right there. Coach Dotson politicking, and he was able to get the ball back. So McKinley has the ball. 7.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The score is 51-47. Panthers lead, and they have possession of the ball. Let's see how they do this fourth quarter. Let's see what type of strategy that coach comes out with. Kyle brings the ball up. Gets the ball down to Keon Smart. And that was a reach-in right there. It looks like it's going to be called on Travis Cole. It was a reach-in. Now they're starting to double Keon Smart down there, and that's what you want to see because that's a good strategy. They have to change their tactic now. He's getting too many easy points down low, so the coaches want. McKinley gets the ball in, almost lost it, but gets it back, and all the way to the hole. And gets an offensive rebound that time by Kenyon Brown. Brown has been real big tonight. Both of these guys, Brown and Kenyon Smart. Oh, and he picked the pocket again. McKinley's on the fast break. Brown once again with the two-handed jam. All right, let's get it on.
Bad Keon Brown. You can see Keon Smart, his feet are grounded in cement, as he absolutely was not even going to dare to mess with Darrell Smiley and risk getting a 5th foul. He's too valuable in the grand scheme of McKinley's game plan down the stretch.
Yes, most definitely. You let him get that 2 points and play smart. Follow your last name. Play smart.
We have a lot of fun with that one tonight.
But really, he hasn't made a lot of dumb plays. He actually has really been smart tonight. He missed a few chippies, but he's hung in there. He didn't hold his head down. He's always attacked the goal, whether he's missed a 1-footer or not. He still goes up there and he gives a lot of effort.
And he's shown a lot of energy for such a big guy. Now he's on the football field. He's playing left tackle, protecting the blind side. Obviously, he's got stamina, but he's he's getting up and down the court. You don't see him huffing and puffing for breath. He really carries his size very well.
And that's a big surprise to me, Eric. You hit it right on the head. This guy's in great condition. I see other guys out here huffing and puffing, and he's played a lot of minutes tonight, and he's been banging bodies and getting a lot of rebounds, fouls too. But, hey, he's still here, and he's playing smart right now. McKinley has the ball and a 6-point lead, 55-49, with 6.5 minutes left in this final and fourth quarter. McKinley swings the ball out, gets it to Donald Hunter. Donald Hunter has it on the wing, gets it back to Daniels. Daniels swings it up to Brown. Brown gets it over to Kyle. Kyle Wood. Oh, and he missed Keon Smart.
That pass had to be both. Keon Smart had to be exactly ready for that pass at the exact moment in the exact right place. And there was only one place Woods could have put it, and it was just a half second off turnover.
But great try, though. I like the effort. He saw something down there. He's giving a concerted effort. Another offensive foul right there on Travis Cole, pushed off with the right hand that he was coming across the lane, and that's another turnover. And that's what's hurting St. Amant tonight, the turnovers that they've had.
Turnovers will kill you, especially on the road, and especially against a team that's dictating the flow of the game to you. When you're kind of running behind the train, so to speak, when you're trying to hang on to that caboose, you can't help your opponent out with silly turnovers and fouls. And that offensive foul was completely unnecessary. Cole could have easily picked up his dribble or slowed down his pace. He tried to cut to the goal. He had no chance of making that shot, and as a result, the Panthers have the ball back. Here goes Kyle Woods, finds from the left elbow. Keon Brown shoots it, goes off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound Darrell Smiley as he finds Fane over to Cole. Cole crosses the timeline, 5:31 to go in the ball game. 55-49. Here's Cole. He's calling for his man, and there goes Courtney Julian off the glass, no good. You got to finish those. Keon Brown. They do call it. Keon Brown, it looks like it was rattled off by Darrell Smiley. It hit Keon Brown, and the Panthers get the ball back with 5:20 to go. They have a chance to start to apply some pressure to the throats of the St. Amant Gators here.
You're starting to see them wear down St. Amant a little bit now. St. Amant actually has no offense. They have to get some buckets from somewhere. McKinley defense has been smothering them a lot, and it's just been one-on-one Julian trying to take the ball to the hole, and that's just not been working.
And then they're missing the chippies on top of that. I mean, you had Courtney Julian. He finally got a clean look under the bucket and just missed the layup.
That's because of the contact and the physicality. Sometimes you would be expecting it, and they just throw you off just a nudge.
It's like you're hearing the footsteps, as they would say in football. So there is, good pass, and Keon Smart, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Now, here's the thing. Kyle Woods, that's 2 times we've seen Kyle Woods make a good pass to an open Keon Smart, but a rapid pass that had to be executed just right. Keon Smart is still not quite up to the pace of getting those passes yet, and they have to be aware of that down the stretch. Now, if you have a 6-point lead, you can afford to give one away, especially if you have an open man. But if this game gets tighter, they might want to consider moving that play down the priority list in the repertoire down the stretch if this game gets closer. So it's oh boy, you can hear some disapproval by the home crowd. This is a problem that's usually unique to baseball as opposed to basketball, where the officials are injecting themselves into the game and making it about them. But we are seeing that tonight. There have been a lot of fouls called. I don't know that.
These are big foul calls now, because now it puts them in the bonus, and it gives this St. Amant a chance to crawl their way back in the game by getting free points.
But I got to say, Piper, I'm not a coach, obviously, so my perspective is different, but I don't really think I've disagreed with too many of the officials' calls. I mean, it's been a fast and physical game, and fast and physical bodies are going to collide, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Oh yeah. I don't agree with. I'm with you. I don't agree with the calls tonight. They've been justified, and it has been a lot of them. But at the same time, now McKinley has to know not to foul, not to give up the easy foul to get these guys a chance to come back.
Boy, Crandall Christoph was throwing them bows. Here comes Cole, and it's Samuel Sanders saw it, and you know what happened was his eyes got in front of his feet.
Yeah, he did, and that was another great defensive effort that time. Came a little close, but no cigar. The St. Amant gets the ball back. Here comes Julian again, attacking the goal, and there is late call, but he called a foul right there. That's going to be
Hunter. That's against Hunter.
And that's another stopping the clock and giving them 2 free throws.
So Courtney Julian's going to the line. Coach Johnson voicing his disapproval with the officials' calls. Julian sinks that one, cuts the lead down to 3 points.
And now Julian goes for his second free throw. He has a chance to pull the St. Amant Gators to 2, and he does it. So now it's 55-53. It was just up 6 to 8 points, and now, hey, it's a 2-point game.
Here we are again, a single possession game, and another opportunity for another tie or a lead change. This has been a fantastic game tonight. Samuel Sanders steps up into the lane. Good move by Sanders. Couldn't quite finish it. Keon Smart oh, boy. That's it. He's done. And you might as well cue up, hit the road jack. But you know what? Keon Smart knew as soon as he went up strong and heard that whistle, he turned and had that look of shock and amazement on his face. And he knew the minute and the official explained to Coach Dotson that Keon Smart, out of frustration, he went straight to the locker room. He disagreed with the call that caused him to foul out. It was kind of a close call, but look, Smart went up and went over the back and made contact, and the refs, they're not playing tonight. And what the referee just told him, Coach Dotson, is Keon Smart still a part of the team. He cannot go to the locker room. If he does not get back on the bench, it's a technical foul. And now it's getting a little rowdy in here. Score is still 55-53 with 3:32 to go. And, boy, we are seeing some drama here on East McKinley Avenue here in the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Now it's getting kind of ugly right now. That time St. Amant had a 1-and-1, and he missed it. And they called another foul on St. Amant that time for pulling down one of the McKinley defenders, which was Joe Delpit. So McKinley gets the ball. Crucial time right now.
So Sanders with the basketball. He steps up. He's been guarded by Cole. Oh, he steps in the lane. Finds a wide open Joe Delpit. Racks off, no good. I like the shot, though. It was a good look at the bucket, just didn't fall. Meanwhile, there's the pass over. That's a jump step. And from the right wing, rattles off, no good. Rebound, Samuel Sanders. He's got Keon. Oh! They're going to call the foul on Courtney Julian. And you hear fans calling for a tech. I thought it was a clean play on the ball myself. But that will send Keon Brown to the line to shoot 2. Courtney Julian's got to be racking up the fouls. How many does number 4 have by now? That's his 3rd personal foul. 3 personals on Julian. So everyone's got to be careful. There's a good chance this game goes to overtime. And these are the players that both coaches are going to need. Now, for what it's worth, we've been having the camera on Coach Dotson. Coach usually has been giving the refs a piece of his mind, too. This is not a good time to be a zebra because neither coach is very happy with the high volume of calls. But that's what their job is as coaches, and that's what the refs' jobs are as officials. Brown makes the first one, 3-point game.
Big points right there. Able to keep his composure. It was a questionable call. I thought maybe it could have been intentional because he had a breakaway and the guy was behind him. Now, if the guy was in front of him, it would be a little different. But by him running behind him and catching him and hitting him on the arm, that's when I thought it was a little intentional. But, hey, be that as it may, now it's going to be a 4-point lead. Under 3 minutes to go. So here we go. It's getting serious right now. The Louisiana All-American Sports. The Lil Jon edition.
What?
And the East Side boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead, Pop.
Yeah, man, it's getting real serious right now. There's under 3 minutes left. And this is where it's getting crucial at, man. And so both coaches have been on the referees a lot. Both teams are really playing really intense right now. You know, I think right now it's all about who can keep their composure and make the big plays.
You know, I know that a zebra's not a traditional riding animal, but looks like both Coach Uzi and Coach Dotson are throwing saddles on these guys and riding them like ponies because these guys are getting an earful on every play. But that's what happens when you have a close, hotly contested game between 2 district rivals. Both teams need this win. St. Amant trying to, keep up with Catholic High in District 6-1A. McKinley trying to climb back into the district race. So every possession counts, every foul is big, every play is big, and the coaches would not be doing their jobs if they left anything on the court, anything to question.
Well, it's up to Brown right now because Keon Smart is out of the game. And now we're going to see how that's going to impact the McKinley High Panthers because they actually had a good game plan going with him in the game.
Nick Griffin gives it off to Julian. Julian over to Cole. Cole waiting. Look, good job waiting for his opening. Donald Hunter's all on him like white on rice. There's the screen from Julian. Cole, bounce pass. And they're going to give it back to Griffin. Griffin is a very good three-point shooter. You don't want to let him get that one open. Julian with the rock. Good hands on defense by Joseph Delpit. Cole steps up, bounce pass into the left wing. Julian working, goes up, and good! That was a beautiful shot by Courtney Julian. Excellent concentration, and he'll get a chance to convert the and one.
And that's what you want to do. You have to give St. Amant credit. St. Amant is going to their money player. He's their best player on the team. So you're going to try to set up and get your best player involved. And that's what you do as a coach. So now I expect McKinley to come down. Oh, and he missed the three-point opportunity. Brown with the rebound.
And that's he said five.
We're calling a foul.
Somebody I believe is fouled out, but
I'm getting clarification right here on what the call is.
Really? I'm confused. I mean, we've seen Joe. Okay, I'm gonna wait and see what we got here. I believe what I thought I heard was that Joseph Delpit fouled out of the game.
I thought it was a foul on St. Amant because Brown had got the rebound off of the miss of Julian. So I don't know what the call is so far. Can't be delay of game because he didn't make the shot. It was a rebound.
Joseph Delpit's not even on the floor. That can't be right.
Brown got the rebound.
Okay. They're saying, so Brown grabbed the board. Must have been a foul away from the ball. They're saying it's Joe Delpit. Joe Delpit is fouled out. I'm confused. It must have been completely away from the ball. Meanwhile, checking into the game is Hill.
So if Joe Delpit fouled out, that means the ball goes to St. Amant.
Should be, I think. And something must have happened, Piper, between the foul.
Because McKinley retains the ball, so.
Right. Okay, because Coach Uzi was livid. And he's saying there were only four. All right, we're going to have to get some clarification after on that one. But I saw that they called that last foul on Delpit, so I'm wondering why is Coach Uzi upset? That's a good thing, right? Some kind of violation was called against the Gators. McKinley has the ball back now. There's a shot from 17 feet. No good. They're fighting for it on the ground. It's a battle for the basketball. And Coach Dotson was lobbying for a timeout, didn't get it in time. Possession arrow was with St. Amant. That timeout did not come in time.
I didn't get a timeout at the ball. Nobody got the ball.
What they gave? St. Amant a timeout?
No, I think it's called jump ball. Full timeout. They did give him a timeout. Whoa, well, the possession arrow is with McKinley. I stand corrected. St. Amant has 2 timeouts remaining. Down to 2 timeouts remaining. Down 2 points with 1:58 to go. What a basketball game, Piper.
I guess we'll find out here. There's been some pretty strange things in this game. But we come down to the crunch time now.
Here at McKinley, baby.
Now we're under 2 minutes now. It's crunch time now. We're going to find out who's got the intestinal fortitude to pull this game out. It's been a great game tonight.
It has been. It's been like a prize fight tonight. Nick Griffin with the basketball gets it to Cole. 1:56 to go. Cole being guarded very closely by Hill. Crosses the timeline. Steps up. He's looking. Gets it to Griffin. They love to get Griffin that open three-point shot. Griffin has the basketball. Now he steps up. And being guarded very closely by Kyle Woods. And there's a bounce pass. And it's to Smiley over to Courtney Julian. Julian has 2 men on him. Floats up with the left hand. No good. Rebound. Oh, boy. Rebound by Crandall. Christoph, we're all tied at 57.
Offensive rebound. Keeping them in the game. They're scrapping and keeping them away. Staying into the game. Let's see what McKinley has right here. If I was him, I'd get the ball down to Brown if I could.
Hunter with the basketball. Looking. He's going to kick it along the perimeter. Brown from downtown. Keon Brown. Bad Keon Brown. The baddest man in the whole town right now. All the way from the USS Kid. Hits a clutch three-point shot with 1 minute and 6 seconds to go in the ball game. And McKinley is retaking the lead, 60-57. What? I have to wonder now what Coach Dodson is telling him. Perhaps no easy fouls and nothing from downtown can only be what I imagine, as it would take 3 points to tie this game, not just 2. What a ball game.
What a ball game.
1 minute, 6 seconds left to play. Santa Maria trailing McKinley 60-57. Here come the Gators. You can hear Coach Uzi saying, hurry, hurry. Cole cross the timeline, being guarded by Hill. Hill is a little jumpy there. He needs to slow his roll a little bit. Cole looking, he can't finds Griffin. They better not get Griffin. Oh, beautiful penetration off the glass, and they call a block. And that's against the Panthers, and that will send Nick Griffin to the line. Griffin, a very sharp shooter. He's hit all his free throws tonight, so this game might be down to 1 point by the time the ball's back in play.
Another charge block call, but they called it a block that time against McKinley, so that gives Nick Griffin 2 shots. Crowd is pretty loud. And he makes the first one. Big shot right there. That cuts the lead to 2. It was 60-58 with 47.8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's getting real tight right here.
And, again, I know they got a jockey, but, the refs are going to continue calling it tight the rest of the game. For what it's worth, I thought he was brushed a little bit on the way up. But the refs are not going to let the coaches dictate to them how to call this very close game at this point.
And he missed the second one. McKinley gets the rebound.
That was a huge miss. That was a huge miss by Griffin, because now it's a 2-point game. And
actually they foul, which is going to put McKinley in 1-1. I don't know if that was by strategy or by accident.
This is a huge front end of the 1-1, because if Donald Hunter can make this shot, he has an opportunity to put McKinley up by 2 possessions. He makes the bucket. That was huge. And now to put the Panthers up by 4. And that rattles off the front of the iron, but the damage is done. McKinley's up by 3. With the ball is Courtney Julian. They're executing a full-court trap. I don't know if I agree with this, Piper. Julian, and they're going to call it on, is it Hill or is it Brown? That's on Brown. I'm sorry, that's on Hunter. That's going to be called on Donald Hunter. And the locals not liking the calls, but get used to it, because these Zebras will dig their heels in. And actually, I've seen this a million times. When officials feel like they're being bullied, they're going to show you who's in charge. You don't want to do that. And looks like Julian's first shot is good.
And it's been a tell of the game. Santa Maria on the free throw line. That's what's keeping them in the game, is free throws, free throws, free throws.
Julian's second shot is good. We have a 1-point game.
1-point game, 30 seconds left.
Coach calling for 1 shot. There's a whistle and another call.
They call a foul.
And that's going to be against 22. Oh, that's against Fane. So Hill at the line, shooting. He was on the JV roster. I'm guessing this young man's a freshman, sophomore at most. Stands to more than about 5'8". This is a huge pressure-packed moment for Hill. It rattles off the glass, no good. Santa Maria has a chance to win the ball game. And there's the pass over to Cole. Cole There's a timeout called by the Santa Maria Gators. They have one timeout remaining. One timeout remaining for the Gators. The score, McKinley 61, Santa Maria 60. You're watching McKinley Panthers basketball on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com.
Yeah. 20 seconds left. I think that was a strategy call by the coach. He saw the young guy that was in there, Hill, and he fouled him and put him on there for the 1-and-1. Was able to get the ball back with 20 seconds left, and they have a chance to steal this game. Because all game they've been out rebounded, they've been out hustled, but the free throws, making the free throws, converting, drawing the fouls, taking the ball off and off to the goal, has been able to allow these guys to stay in the game.
By my count, unless I just missed something, the score has been tied several times. I don't think Santa Maria has had a lead in this entire game. But it's not what happens until that buzzer. It doesn't matter what happens until that final buzzer sounds. And how cruelly ironic would it be after McKinley's played this furiously paced game, put up 61 points, something they don't do every day, if Santa Maria were to steal this game in the final seconds.
That would be heartbreaking, but hey, that's why we play the game. So we're going to see what McKinley's all about. They rested more on their defense, and we're going to see if they can get one defensive stop right here.
18 seconds to go. Here comes Fane. Fane bounced over, it's lost, out of bounds. And they're saying that Samuel Sanders touched the ball. By my view, it looked like Crandall Kristoff just reached for the pass and lost it. And Coach Dotson's trying to get some instructions out. There goes Griffin. It's good. Nick Griffin has just given Santa Maria the lead for the first time in this game with 8 seconds to go. And the few Santa Maria faithful that made the trip all the way from Ascension Parish are giddy. And, boy, Nick Griffin with ice in his veins. He's made a bunch of clutch shots, a lot of big threes, some free throws. None bigger than that, Piper.
Yes, indeed. And it's still 8 seconds left. I think it's going to go down to the wire from the way that it's looking. But, hey, it's not going to be going to overtime. It's going to either be a win or a loss right here.
It could be fouled and sent to the line. You just don't know.
Well, yeah, you're right. Could be fouled, make one. But with 8 seconds left, hey, I would just play good defense. I'm sure Catholics not just going to put them on the line, make them earn it. But we're going to find out right here. McKinley's huddling up for their last play. 8 seconds left. McKinley has to take the ball out full court. And he got 8 seconds to do so.
They might want to get it in and call that timeout very quickly. McKinley has 2 remaining. So here we go. This is the ball game. 8 seconds
got
left.
2 timeouts.
Left to play. McKinley does have 2 timeouts left. It's inbounded.
There you go.
Here comes Hunter. He has a man open. He passes. He has Hill. Hits the key on Brown.
And Brown hits it with 1 second left on the clock. And that's the ball game right there. I see you, boy. McKinley high. Kind of reminds me back in my day. Great finish. What a way to end the game. What a way to end the game right there.
The freshman, the young one, Hill, finding bad Keon Brown under the bucket. At the final 2 seconds, you're not going to see a much better finish to a game than that, Piper.
Yeah, and I know it's better gratifying for these guys. These guys worked their butt off, but for them to lose that game, I thought it would have been really demoralizing for them. But they was able to keep their heads up, stick to the game plan, and they was able to pull it out at the end. What a great game, man.
They truly snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. My player of the game is Keon Brown.
Yes, indeed, most definitely. He is the Keon Brown and Keon Smart. 2 Keons. Brown and Smart. Both of these guys were the ones that made this game go where they wanted to go. They played inside. They was able to dominate inside, rebound the ball, get offensive rebounds. Also was able to put the defense on the other end, and they played a spectacular game. Great game right there.
Join us this Friday on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com as we'll bring you the Madison Prep Academy Chargers, one of the top 5 teams in the state, as they play their District 6-1A rival, the Christian Life Academy Crusaders, right here on Louisiana All-AmericanSports.com. For Gerard Piper, I'm Eric Hatfield. Good night.
Good night, y'all. Peace.